Hey guys, it's Jazra back with part 3 of our Twine Endurance tutorial videos. This time we are talking about Amplifier C. Amplifier C gets hit several times. Let's go over here and take a look. It gets hit on wave 2, it gets hit on wave 30, and it gets hit I think 4 or 5 times guaranteed throughout the whole thing. Wave 23 is guaranteed propane and fire. Wave 30, space rocks, propane. I believe it's also fire and 4 mini bosses. Wave 9 denied and propane. Wave 2 is just a standard wave. And then it can get hit on any of your randoms, including your 29 and your 30. So let's just start here at the amp. At the amp 1, you're going to flag up here. And you're going to run most of your defenses from up here. This will keep your body aggro right dead center and have them running through your funnels the way you want them running. We have the standard plus sign with the spikes array on the building. So I use a door and window so I can see. This is not upgraded for some reason, which means it was not upgraded during my run. This is just for movement, and the windows are so I can see if there's a taker or a boss in that room. I always use automatic door opening so that we're not trying to open doors on the fly with, spamming buttons, that kind of thing. These angles back here typically do not need floor launchers. You may want to add them later in the game if you're not feeling comfortable with your run. You should not need them. So we have a floor launcher under the slant. At the corners, under the slants. At the corners here, under the slants, etc., etc. This is all just knockback, smasher delay, etc. Headed out here directly from the floor, I have these tiles. These are just to encourage lobbers from not trying to peek through that section right there. All the way over to here, same thing. These walls here are not for block off on C. They do help, but they're not required for the block off on C. These are block off for D, which we will talk about in a later video. So under here, you see I can't edit this. This is a tunnel under here. We'll talk about it in just a second. But from the first place that you can build a slant, you'll see that's the no build zone. So from tile 1, we just built out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tiles out. Okay. On the first tile, you can place a floor launcher 2, 3 tiles out. We have 2 walls here. This is to make them walk to this tile. And we have a wall launcher that sends them out here, and the ramp down there. This is to keep them from breaking this ramp and going diagonal. They will walk all the way through to this tile, no problem. Wall darts for resetting their impact, gas for extra damage. If they get up here and they get launched all the way out to this tile here. And then they have to make it back through all of these floor launchers and either get reset one more time, or once they get in, they'll get reset here. Your smashers will end up on top of that slant. Most of them will think that that slant isn't for them to smash. Most of them will be like, oh, I guess I'm up here now, but I want to walk forward. And they don't see that this is a drop down. They walk up here, drop back down here, and repeat the loop, and then go forward. You'll be able to see that in the main video of the original run that we uploaded. Once they get in here, they'll get reset back out. I also do build for wave 23 on what I call the bowl. You're going to just repeat this pattern all the way around, and you can see that in my full clear run. The bowl is just extra security, extra knockback. It lets me handle the bosses and not worry about, is the propane getting in? Most of the time the propane doesn't get in anyways, but I would rather be secure in the knowledge than risk it. So from this wall, we go down a step. I'm using primarily wooden floor spikes to slow them through the tunnels. I don't want them clogging my tunnels. If I'm using tar pits, it's in reset rooms, not so much in the main tunnels. There's a few exceptions on later bases. So we have a wall launcher and a wall dart. This is all impact control, and we have another gas trap. This will send them all back out there. We have here a floor spike, wall launcher, gas trap. Sends them into the timeout room. We'll talk about that in a moment. Same thing, floor, wall, gas trap. Into here we have two broadsides, a wall dart, and a gas trap. Floor, wall, gas trap. Out here to wall launchers, gas traps, and wall darts. So from spawn, they will come up either this way, they will come up this way, they will come up this way, or that way. So from spawn, we have one tile in, two floor launchers, and the gas traps to support them. These wall launchers will send them out there. You'll find a lot of dead propane out there. Floor spike to reset out there. Same thing, if they come in through this spawn, they'll come up this way and get reset out. Then they'll get sent into that kill tunnel, and anybody who makes it to this tile will get sent into the timeout room. In the timeout room, that's natural damage on that tile, so we don't need any damage on that tile anyways. Darts to reset their impact. Gas traps to kill off anything. They'll get here, they'll get stuck, they'll get shoved over here. They'll get darted, get shoved over here. They'll get darted and get shoved over here, and then they'll walk back through the loop, and they'll just stay in this loop for most of the run. Anything that eventually does get out will get out here. Like we said earlier, gets sent back where they came from. We leave this open for two reasons. One, this is a good little like side vent for traffic. And two, there is a rare spawn on lava amplifier G that is actually near C. So this kills the rare spawn on lava and handles traffic. So from here, from the first tile, we do have these two floor launchers, these walls to make them walk into this area to come up this ramp. We're trying to expose them to as many floor launchers as we can, and the darts are to reset their impact. Then we have a wall launcher to send them back here, a wall launcher to send them back here. This wall launcher would send anybody at the start of the tunnel into this kill zone. Gas traps everywhere, as is standard, and gas traps over the walkways. 1, 2, 3 wall launchers here. Again, this is mostly for this rare spawn that's right out here. And it's to, when they come to beat this to try to get to Amplifier G, they get gassed and sent back out. And behind the wall, you'll see it's a slanted roof, as usual. And the slanted roof leads to the flat lava zone. That should cover C. So from the wide spawn, we're coming in this way. If they try to get through the wall, they're getting pushed back, getting pushed into a kill tunnel. They will walk around to get back to their path, and then they get pushed through all this. If this ever breaks, you just replace it. Good to go. And then from the standard spawn, wall dart, wall dart. This is for locking. You see this tile here? It's folded up so that they will use this ramp without clogging, but it's for locking that lava bomb behind that wall in place. These traps will push them back out. This will send them into the reset. this will send them into that room, into the timeout room, and back into the whole shebang. And if they get up here, like we said earlier, reset and reset, and then they'll just walk right back into the tiles, all the way into here, where they'll just start the whole process over. That would be it for amplifier C, which is commonly referred to as Valley Amp. Join us for the next video where we will talk about amplifier D, South. Thank you guys for watching. Come join us on twitch.tv/Chazra, spelled the same as this account. And we will see you again at the next video. Bye bye, guys.